So game just happened. SGA can't get it done. Uh, Let me start over, bro. What the fuck? It's just us two. Just us two. We just seen the SGA get splurged out by Wemby and the Spurs. What's your first overall reactions of that loss for OKC, Sean?
I mean, not really reaction for them besides they couldn't get it done. I see the media is already trying to turn the narrative. Oh, they didn't have, J Dub. They have this. It don't matter. You got 10 starters on that team and the MVP, even though he might not have, depending on who you talk to, he shouldn't have got MVP. But you got 10 starters on that team still, and they did all they could. Spurs was too much for him.
Oh yeah, and Wemby made Chet Holmgren his bitch.
Well,
His
that was
bitch.
always the thing since they came into the league together, even before that.
Bro, I was not paying attention. My God, he took him out of the whole series. Chet is scared. He like one of those abused animals.
They've always had
Like,
beef, and Chet rose to the occasion like one time.
bro,
Wemby always wins a matchup.
I never seen no shit like that. And then they was letting them play tonight. They almost let shit slide for OKC, but whoo, they was letting them play. Um, do you see Wemby getting his ring?
I would like to see it, but the Spurs did just go through 7 games with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, they is young, but the Knicks is firing on all cylinders. They bench going crazy. They starters go crazy.
It's gonna
Uh,
be a good ass matchup.
I would be worried about fatigue on the Spurs side. Not saying that's not possible because they is still young and everything. I mean, if the Knicks have cooled off with this little bit of long rest they got, then okay, cool, they in better shape. But yeah, I'm kind of worried for them. I like to see the Spurs do it. I'm a little worried for them.
See, see the matchup that I'm starting to pull Spurs in six is the point guard matchup. Listen, Fox can guard. Jalen Brunson has not seen this playoffs a point guard or opposing guard that can play defense. He had what, Maxi on him? Come on now. Maxi's good he's not a great defender. Then he had yeah, we don't want to get on a second series. He had that boy, Mr. Superstar, on him. And then this series, this next series is gonna be fucking Fox. It's gonna be Vassal. It's gonna be all these different, and the Spurs play a defense that I ain't never seen. I haven't seen in a long time. Like,
They
god
all
damn,
long.
it's physical
It's like
when
high school. It's like a high school where you got a tall ass center, like a freak of nature ass center, and you just doing like 1-3-1. The shit that's done on a soccer field or soccer pitch.
man,
They
it's
too
about to
long.
be. I think. See, I called this. I think you called the Spurs too to win it before the playoffs. Our prediction, but man, I think it's gonna be in six. I don't think the Knicks are ready for him. I don't think they're ready for him because what the Cavs did well against the Knicks is spacing out that floor, spacing out the court. And Wemby is fucking a point guard as a center, a
I
seven
think
foot point guard.
I think Fox, how healthy Fox is,
Yeah,
uh, this series against the Knicks, Fox is gonna be tested. He got to rise to the occasion. No more, letting everybody else do it. You are a vet. Yes, the young guys could cook and everything, but look at what was happening when you wasn't there or on the floor.
yeah.
They do get a lot of turnovers, because they're young. They don't know what to do yet in the moment. But Fox is gonna need to play a bigger role in the Knicks series. I feel like if Cat can be tamed, then Spurs have a really good chance. But if Brunson and Cat and company are going off, that's what I'm worried about. The fatigue. Like Wemby was already looking fatigued. Yes, he came out and did what he had to do on one end or both. Like he only had two good games this series on both ends. Every game he had good defensively. but sometimes his offense wasn't there. So I am worried about Wemby's fatigue.
See, I'm worried about that too, but I'm worried about the the war testness of the Knicks. They faced the Cavs. Let's be real, swept them, no fight. Then they faced fucking the 76ers, who was out their star for a couple of games too. The fucking the Spurs done went through the whole motherfucking course. My God, they just beat the defending champions in 7 games. So I mean, I think it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good series, but I already know how it's gonna go. How I want it to go. Um, give me. You said Fox. Give me a player on the Knicks who has to shine in order. Basically, this player has to shine or step up for the Knicks to win.
I'm gonna say like okay, so if the Spurs really like offensively only had two bad games. One of them was like Wemby had a poor offensive showing, and the other was like Castle or Vassell had a poor offensive showing. But if we're gonna get, a good 5 games out of the Spurs nucleus, I'm gonna say Cat. He got to show up every game, like he has been so far for the most part. He ain't been doing what he was in past years, like staying out at the 3 point line, not doing absolutely nothing. But Cat gonna need to show up every. Like we know what we gonna get from Brunson. He gonna get his, but Cat can't take no days off, no games off.
I feel like, yeah, Cat too, but I feel like the one player who has to continue to move at a high clip is fucking Josh Hart. If Josh Hart can hit those fucking wide open threes and let them stay open, wide open, if he can hit those, shit, the sky's the limit, man. But it's just, can he hit those? Can he move in transition? Can he defend the way he has been defended?
I don't think he could defend. He's always been like a good or decent.
Defensive man, but like these guys run these mother. Did you watch the whole game?
I missed part of the first. I was still on my way home from
I
work,
see
but
why
I
these
seen
mother.
like
I
the
see
third
why
and
these
fourth.
mother. I see why these motherfuckers winded. They vroom, 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 vroom. I'm
Yup.
like, God damn. Can the Knicks sustain that? I mean, I know they're young and they're athletic and they're lengthy, but like these guys are conditioned and they can score too. It's gonna be a great. I think it's gonna be an offensive clinic. You got players that's fucking shooting at 72%. Like, God damn. But okay, that was my Knicks player. My Spurs player, I probably have to go with Vassell. If Vassell can just stay where he at and Champagne, whatever, sh- pop champagne in this bitch. If he can stay at that clip, bro, oh my God, they're unstoppable. They're going to be unstoppable. If they continue playing the way they're playing, they're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm
let's
just worried like if the Knicks keep on their hot streak and you get some offensively bad games from Wemby and Fox plays the way like he just did through the games he was in the series, I think the Knicks pull it off. But like the Knicks have been rested for a while now, so hopefully like their bench has cooled off, and that will like if the Spurs are fatigued, like we already know Wemby is, he was showing it. There's no denying it. Wemby can't even deny it. Uh, yeah, like that's what I'm worried. But I'm just worried about Wemby's fatigues. When he's out there, they're a whole totally different team. When he's not out there, they low key look like but on a Bron led bad scrub team. They look like they don't know what they doing when Wemby ain't out there on the court, even when Fox is out there with them.
listen. That man is made in a lab for a reason. I think he gonna do it, but also it's the whole thing of like, how are they going to defend the Knicks like pick and roll action? They pick and roll action is fucking unbelievable. They like the switches the way they generate switches and like players they want to manipulate. That shit is clutch, and I want to see who's gonna have the better bench. Like you said, when Wemby go out, when that starters go out, oh my God, the Knicks. That's where the Knicks can do damage.
I will say this. I don't know, like, all right, so OKC they do that a lot with every player. It's just SGA and whoever else. Usually it's Chet or Hartenstein, but they was doing it with some other players. Like they just played 2-man game with SGA, just a random player. Like sometimes it was Caruso, sometimes it was Dort. Um, the Spurs did a real good job of blitzing that. Like also like keeping somewhat of a double team on SGA, but they were still lengthy enough to get in the passing lanes and force a bunch of turnovers on him. So I think they'll be able to contain it against the Knicks. It's just, are they going to be fatigued, and how
Right, right.
like how the Knicks gonna look game one? How are both these teams gonna look game one? Like Spurs just coming off a 7 game series, and the Knicks having extended rest because they got the clean sweep in the other series with like another week.
That series was full. Goddamn. All right. So, damn, I did not want to bring that shit back up, but shit. All right, but I think, in my opinion, we just watched the NBA Finals. That's what I think. I think that was the finals right there. I think it's Spurs in five or Spurs in six. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think the Knicks have a shot. They might get one or two, but that's it. They're not. They don't. I don't feel like they're fully stacked to win a championship. Now, going off of that, go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, no, I was just saying, like on paper, like that's what it should be, like Spurs in 5 or 6. They just have a lot much better defenders. Like outside of Brunson, against a good defender, who's gonna get their own basket? Like
Exactly.
you're not playing no Spider Mitchell and no James
Right.
Harden, whose defense is like a little bit below average. You're not playing no guards like that. Like these guards is long, they gonna give it to you on offense, and they gonna make it hard for you on defense.
Yeah, hell yeah, and they make you run. They make you defend. They make you make those tough passes. Is Brunson geared up for this shit? Is what I want to know. Is he ready? Is he war tested? Is he ready? Because Castle can defend too. Their guards are fucking top tier, bro. I don't see them doing shit. That's just me. Maybe I'm just a hater. But moving on to Mr. Falapo Fish, Mr. SGA. What's next? Do you see them, if you're the GM of the Thunder, are you moving a couple of pieces to see if you can? No, you're just keeping them?
I'm not moving anybody. Like off the top of my head, like Chet still on a rookie deal, right? J Dub still on a rookie deal, right? Uh, what free agents do they have? Like
Oh, if
they
Luke Dort,
nucleus, I
I don't
think
know if
is
Luke
all
Dort is
still
a free
on.
agent or not.
I mean, did he really like this year? To me, he really wasn't
No,
like the
he
Lou
hadn't.
Dort in the playoffs that he was the previous 2 years, or 3 years, to be honest. Um, Like I just didn't see that from him this playoffs, necessarily this series. Like got in foul trouble a bunch. His defense was, okay, but he wasn't deadly from three or mid range like he was in previous playoff years.
Right.
But I
Okay.
like their nucleus is still intact. I don't think they're moving any there. Off the top of my head, I don't know their free agents, but I say you run it back. You make no changes.
Yeah.
Good. They got literally like 10 starters. The one game, didn't they bench have like 53 points? Like, come on now. They got 10 starters.
Feel like yeah, they I feel like they just need uh a
This wasn't
backup.
their year.
I think they need a backup guard that can control the fucking basketball when SGA's out. Because you can't bank on J Dub being in there. But Moving on to some. Damn, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to cut that part out because, oh shit. Let's move on. Okay, so the finals MVP will be
I'm gonna go Brunson.
okay. Okay,
Like I said, I want the Spurs to win, but I did not like some stuff in this series, particularly the two games Fox was out. Even when he was back, he was being very like, let the young guys do everything. Like if Fox would have, been the Fox that we know before he got to the Spurs, they could have easily won this in 5 or 6 games.
that's true. So what do you say, Knicks and what?
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. I would not be mad if the Spurs won, but I'm gonna say realistically, like Knicks in 6.
Hey, I'm gonna go Spurs in six, just to tell that because in my finals MVP, I think it's gonna be Stephon Castle, bro. I think he's gonna show up. I think Castle's gonna show up for this team. I think he's gonna be the X factor. He's gonna get in their face. He gonna shoot the basketball. He gonna get his rebounds. He gonna get his assists. I think he gonna average probably 30 PRA a game.
If the Spurs win, man, like I love Castle and all, but if the Spurs win, it's gonna be a big part of Wemby, like his defense, and if he has some good offensive games. I don't see how if the Spurs win, how anybody else gets MVP outside of Wemby.
I mean, I've seen it happen before for certain teams, but yeah, you're right. All right, so let me ask you one more thing. Um, so with SGA and all these foul calls and all this bull crap, my question to you is, should refs be fined if they like the league reviews the calls they had and it impacts the game? Should they be fined if it was found incorrect?
Yes, I've always said, the two major sports, NFL and NBA, one with the most, refing problems or, fans and lovers of the game think that said league has some type of agenda and promote or give some team special treatment over the other teams. I've always said that refs need to be graded and paid on some type of scale for the job you did for that game. Just like all of us who have jobs, we get performance reviews or write ups if we not performing. We're held accountable. These refs are never held accountable. If you like, let's say you get a D on a game, you get a grade of a D. You're not getting your full pay for that game. In your contract, it should say we're gonna grade you for this game, and if you made this, and this, and it led to this at this point or at the end of the game, you are not collecting your whole entire pay.
So you saying you want to treat it like that those old 2K games when you got to get that that finals letter grade to get
Basically,
VCs.
basically.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should be held accountable for some of
And if
these
you
games.
keep doing it, if you keep doing it, and you're cool with whatever pay you're receiving for getting bad ratings, then it's just like you got to put in a contract. We'll keep you on, but you ain't gonna get paid for it. Like you're signing it. Basically, make them a contractor. You know how like people do ride shares and DoorDash and stuff. That's the company contracting them. Like they own boss. Like
I
maybe we
think
got to treat them like that. You want to be a ref in this league? We need you to do your job at a high rate. And call the game right.
or yeah, and I think that because that impacts the games. Like look at football, how those flag calls impacts the game. Look at SGA. This motherfucker won MVP off of fucking free throws. Free throw merchant. What you call him?
Call him Ref
Um,
GA.
Ref
Not ne-
GA.
not necessarily because of him. Like I was a lover of SGA before he even got to OKC. But
Clippers.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
loved him on the Clippers. But like Okay, so you have the player, all players, if they can use and abuse something, they gonna do it. Through history they have. Like Kobe and Melo, they used to stick their legs out all the time and draw a foul on the defense until the NBA did something about it and say, yo, if you do that, we gonna call an offensive foul. Or you just not gonna get your call. Like the player will abuse it, but no other player is doing these type of things. So like, are we gonna blame the refs or the SGA? Who's the fully blame for him always getting these? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like he's just like as you in job, you gonna bend the rules a little bit. It's up to your manager, to correct you.
I agree. I fucking agree.
Like
But
how
I
much of
got
it is the refs just turning a blind eye?
they said, hey, he can get away with murder if he has to.
Like we just gonna blow this whistle when we clearly see he ain't get touched. We're gonna make you use a challenge because we know you only got two of them. Who cares if
Like,
you called two to where he didn't get touched? But why are you blowing that whistle if he ain't get touched in the first place? Like
and if they had that thing that you talking about, they would not get paid at
no,
all.
because they go cut it out.
Like, man, that shit's it's fucking ridiculous at this point. But I think I got a solution too. I'm gonna let you hear this proposal. This is Dre's proposal, okay? You take those refs, you get rid of them. Fuck their contract, fuck them. And you replace it with what I call the AI system, okay? This is how you do it. Okay, so video review systems for like out of bounds, in soccer, how VAR use the offsides. You can use that for football when they cross the line or basketball when it's out of bounds. It's automatic. You ain't even gotta go and review it or nothing. It's automatic. Now, you got sensors and tracking on the players, like sensors in like the ball and shit like that, like chips in the ball, and like if you swipe at them and hit them, then at the foul. I mean, get those type, or you can just have it to where they got to hit them at a certain, I don't know how to explain it. You hit them at a certain point to where it's not a foul, like that SGA shit. That wouldn't be called. Like, come on now. And then you got AI assistant file call, so it goes to a review board if it flagrants and shit like that. You still have those review boards, like the real people in those in the rooms and shit for the reviews. Okay, but I think an AI model is better than what the fuck we're getting now. How, in your opinion, do you think that can work?
Um, so I forget the year, but the NBA was like, we need to try to speed games up and have less reviews and less time, at the scores table and everything. So while I would be down for that, I don't think it would ever get passed, which is why I say you mess with the refs pay or do what you said. Fire, get rid of everybody. Bring in new ones with that new grading system um, and everything like that. And if they have repeated offenses, then they just don't get paid. I say you do something like that first before you go to AI things, because like, how you gonna get sensors on the player? Like, we just gonna wear like video game 2K sensors, big old white and green and black dots. Like those things are a little bit big. Um, I mean, if you could make a micro and they gonna stay on the player through sweat and everything, then okay, cool. Um, Chipping a ball, I don't know how that's gonna work. You ever, when you was younger about to go hoop, you ever get the needle to the pump stuck in the ball? You
Oh
feel that
yeah,
now?
yeah.
I don't think the chipping the ball gonna work. But I say you definitely like whenever the next agreement is with the refs, because this one's already still in thing, you would have to bring out that system then, because it would be something that they would have to agree on, or else if you break contract, you just gonna be doing a settlement with the refs and losing money. So I say you do something like that with their pay, some type of grading system, and if repeated offenses, then nothing. You get nothing, and basically, fired. We'll get somebody else. But the
Okay.
AI thing is cool. It would just put a lot of stops in the game. I don't know
Yeah.
how to that censor stuff yet.
That was my only rebuttal to myself. I was like, that shit is going instead of a 3 hour, 2 hour game, it's gonna take like 4 fucking hours because every fucking dead ball is gonna be a review board. Like it'll take too long. But I like that finding a refs. I really like that. Or firing their ass and get somebody else. And then if you have a certain amount of calls, you're fired. If you get a certain amount of reviews, like come on, man, it's crazy. Now this the last thing, Sean. I think I already know your answer, but I'm here to debate you. Who would you rather build a team around, Luca or SGA?
To me, it ain't even close. Luca. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like Luca actually makes his teammates better around him. He has the better all around game. He does not flop 24/7. He's actually getting fouled, uh, not, getting phantom calls. Um, and keep in mind, the year before he got traded to the Lakers, he took that Dallas Mavericks team to the finals with a not so great Kyrie Irving. Like Kyrie Irving was there, he wasn't playing, great. He was playing average, and all those other scrubs to the NBA finals on a bum ass leg. And then the trade happens. He's still, doing Luca things um with the Lakers. Um SGA is good, don't get me wrong. But Luca was been doing what he's been doing since like 12 or 14. um,
Hey, chill.
like SGA is good, but I when I watch SGA and I watch him play, to me as a fan and lover of the game, even though he does, get some assists and gets a couple triple dubs, always has his 20 points. I don't feel like he actually makes his teammates better. I feel like his teammates make him better, if you get what I mean. Like the games where SGA has struggled and they was still in games. In like take in the Lakers series. SGA was held under 20 points one of those games and did not have another good game, but they still prevailed because his teammates, picked up the slack. And that team, that OKC team, man, they got a good bench. Like they're a well drafted team. They already have good players. I don't think it shows like SGA's true grace because the other players are just like they're not as good as him because they don't have the ball all the time. But they not scrubs at all. Like none of them are really liabilities.
I agree with you. See, damn, I was gonna argue with you. I'm still gonna argue with you, but yeah, I think I rebuild around Luca, but just for hell's sake. Here's what SGA does well. SGA defends well. He's a great all-around player, like a two elite. He's an elite two-way player. Like he can defend the ball, he can generate steals, he can generate turnovers. On the other side of the ball, yes, most of them are foul calls, which I don't like, but he's still generating points. He's still getting his teammates involved. He protects that's the one thing when I looked this shit up that I was shocked about. Luca turns the ball over 4 times a game. 12% of the time of possessions, Luca turns the ball over. SGA is 1.8, which I thought it was more, but just this season is 1.8, which is about 7%. I mean, it's 5% less, but he's also, what I didn't know is this motherfucker shot 55% from the field. That's elite level. Even if you want to call him a free throw merchant, he's still shooting, and it's high volume shots. It's not just 1 or 2 shots a game. No, it's like 10, 15 shots. He's connecting 55%. That's elite. Um, he Luca averages 2 more points than Shea. About I think 3 more assists than Shea. But if you put it all together, the plus minus is in Shea's favor by a lot. And I feel like if it depends. So if you're trying to restart and go defensively, how can I get to a championship fast? I would go the SGA route. If you want more of a fast build, I need scoring, I need all this like high motor, like eliteness. Who can I have with a LeBron? Who can I have with a Carmelo Anthony? Who can I have with a Chris Bosh? I'm just using the people that I grew up with. Who can I have around this? If you're building a young team, I'm going SGA. But if you're building a championship roster, I'm going Luka. Because you just convinced me. The one thing Luka has is fucking offense, and he can take over a game just like that. I'm talking about, I remember he was going against the Cavs. I was watching that game. The first half, he was at first quarter, he was at like 10 points. I'm like, okay, he going off. Then he twisted his fucking ankle. And that was the worst decision they made in their life. Motherfucker, in 3 quarters, he had 55 points. And I'm like, how the fuck with a sprained ankle is this motherfucker just hobbling up the court? But I think it depends moment. Like you right, Luca does make his teammates better. SGA, yes, he can help his team, but I feel like Luca is just a better like connection with everybody. Um, and if I had to choose like today, like if I had to rebuild the team, I was saying SGA, but the way you said, damn, man, you convinced me. Shit. Luca is the way to go.
SGA to me, like I don't disagree with anyone that says it's SGA, and I'm not like as a career standpoint, I'm not really gonna hold like his flopping to him to a certain extent because like I was saying before on the refs and how they calling it, like y'all not blowing the whistle, so therefore y'all not blowing y'all are blowing the whistle for him or not blowing the whistle against him. Like he's gonna keep doing it, just as anybody would. So I'm not really gonna like hold him completely at fault for that. I just feel like as presently constructed, like the team's SGA. I'm gonna take his OKC because that's really when he was a superstar. Um, to me, the way that team was drafted and formed, it doesn't feel like it was built all around SGA. Every player on that team perfectly complements each other.
You're right.
Meanwhile, Luca with the Mavs, that team was built around him, and he took that one team to the finals with a freaking Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford and what you will call it, and Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he was. I think Kyrie Irving was on on that finals team, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, if he
Was
wasn't,
he was
then it's
injured? I
even
think he
worse.
was injured,
Yeah, it's even worse then because like how did he do some LeBron '07 type, some '06 '07 type stuff
bro.
of getting
He
his
took the
team
games
with a
over.
freaking Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively and Hardy.
Listen, man,
Like
that was
that's really what I have in like before the league. Like he's